at the start of my fucking awakening, and I was thinking about all the shit you just said in this fucking video, like literally verbatim in my head. I was scrolling on my phone on TikTok, and I was thinking about all this shit, and I look up, and as soon as I look up, I see that happen.
What is that? Can you describe what that was?
A black cat was running across the parking lot, and some fuckhole in a dually just ran the motherfucker over, and I started screaming from my car like someone could hear me. No one could hear me. No, no, no.
Now, did the guy gas up?
He just kept going. He didn't give a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck. He
didn't give
10 points.
2 shits. He didn't care. And I sat there and fucking watched it squirm and fucking die.
This innocent cat.
Yeah. That could have easily made it across. He could have slowed down and let it go because it was booking it. No. He just took it out, kept going. Who cares?
That's how disgusting some of the people are in today's world. And why did that moment make it click? Why? I'm curious.
I don't know if that moment made it click, but
that's when you remember it.
It was definitely fucking fitting, I guess.
Why? Do you see the cat squirming as kind of like society or people, or do you see that cat squirming to death? Do you think that
it was just a realization of just how fucking evil the world is and people are and how little they fucking care about anything, especially something innocent.
That's what I mean. Like, we're surrounded by people who technically are innocent. We're surrounded by cats and dogs. But if you're a type of person who can run over a stray cat and not care, in my opinion,
and it'd be totally preventable at the same time.
Right, you could have stopped that. You could have stopped that from happening.
He could have slowed down just a tad and it would have been gone. No, he just booked it over the motherfucker and took him out.
So in a way, you're saying that.
And it was a black cat too. Well, that has meaning as well. That's even worse that it was a black cat.
Well, I don't know how.
Maybe, hey, this just fucking hit me. I never even thought about this. Because, you know, some people have superstitions about black cats and crossing your path is like bad luck or whatever. So instead of letting that happen, he took it out. And it was like he took out whatever curse was fisting across his ass. I never even thought about it like that. Wow.
So you just justified it. You justified everything you were against instantly.
I mean, I'm not justifying it, but it could be a justification.
But you're saying that makes his actions as a douchebag drunk.
I never even thought it. I don't think he was drunk.
Do you think this guy in his diesel even comprehends?
I mean, in that big ass loud truck, he might not even fucking seen it or known what he did. There's no way to know. I mean, I wasn't in the car with him.
See, this is why.
But from my point of view,
this is why me and you are too similar, because people look at me and what I say sometimes, and I'll get mad about shit, but I'll still defend the side that I'm mad against on my shows, and so they're like confused. It's like, how can you like represent this side but still represent the other side?
It's called being able to see every side of every scenario, of every opinion. I mean, yeah, you can go this way, but yeah, you can go this way too. There's a word for it. Isn't it like diplomatic or something?
Yeah.
To be diplomatic, which is who I am to my core. I'm a fucking Libra. We are
no, you're going
diplomatic.
Too far. It's called, in my opinion, it's called being fair. It's called not necessarily saying you're right or you're wrong. You're technically sitting there and saying, this is what I think. But I get what, and you could say something, and you could say something differently. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and say my perspective is 100%. Can you get me one as well? I'm not going to sit here and say that my perspective is 100% correct.
God. I didn't have problems before.
Because I know.
Take this one.
What? All you got to do is open it. Like
I was saying,
that.
I didn't have problems before. I'm having
It
problems
was a little
now.
tight, but it's frozen. We got some ice cold beer here. I'm simply saying.
Here, open it for me, because apparently I can't fucking do it now. Jesus.
Gotta put the Jesus into it, you know. Is what I'm saying. Jesus has solved the problems.
There was some frosty bits in there. We might need to put the. Is there a
Take
fridge?
those out. Take those out. If there's any in there, take them out. I was getting
They're
them.
gonna fucking freeze.
Yeah, take them out. I was thinking about this. We should have been live. We should be live. You want to go live?
No.
Oh, you're a bitch.
I mean, you're already recording this whole conversation, aren't you?
Now, what I'm saying is,
yeah,
though,
I saw you, bitch.
what I'm saying is, though, like, I think that this is kind of like the issue to all of my relationships I've ever had with people. Whether that is men or hold on. Whether that's men or women or engagements or fiancés or business or partnerships. My issue that I think these other people can't understand is that I like I said, I get on the camera, I say what I think and feel, and I can say it very passionately, like I mean it.
Yeah, because that's your side.
But at the end of the but I don't think that, and this is why I think it is it's a selective hearing. Some people are just too fucking stupid.
I was gonna say earlier
some
that
people are just dumb.
I was gonna say earlier that besides the fact of being able to see all sides of something and it being diplomatic, it's also a matter of intelligence.
Right. So
someone that can go outside their fucking mind, their own opinions, their own fucking ego, and see someone else's sides and their fucking points takes a certain amount of intelligence that a lot of people just don't fucking have.
Right.
They ain't got it. They just don't.
But, I mean, I feel like that's where I have a lot of... And I think when you say a lot of people, here's my deal. There's how many people? 8 billion people?
8 billion is the number that everyone goes with.
Let's say there's 8 billion people on Earth right now. And this is being very minuscule. I don't know if there's 100,000 people who think like that.
I would say...
out of 8 billion. Think about it.
Out of 8 billion, I would say there's probably 150 to 200,000 people that have the intelligence to do that.
That's what I mean.
Which is...
very small.
Like point something percent.
It's the fucking salt in the pepper jar.
What's fucking calculated? What's 200,000 of 8 million? What percent is that?
8 billion.
Or 8 billion. Yeah, that's what I mean.
200,000 of 8 billion people. Is 0.004, I think.
Check it.
So we're doing 8 billion.
Divided by 200,000.
800. So that's thousand. That's million. That's billion. Divided by 200,000.
1, 2, 3. It's 0.0025%.
So it's a quarter, which is 4.
2 and 5 is 7.
Well, 2 and 5. We're supposed. It's 0.00375 technically. But that's what I mean.
That would be my guesstimate of the amount of people that have the intelligence and the awareness to look outside themselves.
I put this in this was for you. You didn't drink it.
Yeah, it's for me. My next one.
How many do I have left? 2. Yeah, because I had 3. I had 3 and I opened one more, so I have 2
left.
How is that possible? Okay, where's the rest of the beer?
This is my third. This is my fourth.
Where's the rest of the beer?
I don't know. It ain't in here.
There's 3 more here. Saying there's 2 to you?
Yeah, so you got 1 left.
Oh, we're fucked.
I told you
you got to go to the bar.
I told you I should have got an 18.
We should order. No, I said get beer, and you got not enough apparently.
Yeah, I said I only got a 12, but I should have got an 18.
Well, you should have.
I mean, I was trying to be conservative.
So that's my point. Is I feel like people, girlfriends, fiancés, random girls, you saw them fight over me. When I go to talk to them like this, I say, "Here's what I think." And I'll just say what I think, and they will automatic. And I think this is the other people, the regular people. We're weird. That's what I'm saying. I'm fucking weird, thinking like this.
So am I, and damn proud of it.
I'm proud of it too, but that's why I think we're a breed of a different kind. It's a weird thing, but regardless, this is where I sit there and say, like, I try to say what I feel. And I get a response. And it seems like the other side is assuming that I'm normal. They assume that since I was so bold and passionate and thoughtful with my opinion, that theirs don't matter. They assume like they're triggered. No. They assume. Well, that's how the weird people. Triggered. That's how the weird people would think. But we're talking about the other people. The other people, the what is it? You said we are a part of the 0 point. So I'm talking about the regular people who don't think that way. They literally think, normal people think that if you talk boldly or provide your opinion in a way that sounds vigilant or noticeable or proud, if you sound proud in the way you think, you automatically made them feel like their side don't matter.
They feel
this is my problem with everything.
They feel fucking triggered by the authenticity. People lack authenticity, especially these fucking days, man.
You're saying only 200,000 have authenticity.
I mean, that's my guesstimate. It's probably even lower than that.
It probably is.
I mean, 200,000 is being generous.
Right.
Considering, just the amount that's been added in the last few years of people waking the fuck up and getting out of their egos. Because that's what it takes to see both sides of something. Be like, yeah, this is my opinion, but you have yours too, and I see your side as well. Right. You got to look outside your ego to do that.
Right.
And everyone is fueled by their fucking ego.
Well, and that's what
and they spend their whole life needing to learn how to get out of that, and most never do. No. Most never do.
What's scary to me is when I encounter people who are close. Like, this is my problem with some of these bitches and men, I guess. And I'll say men too, because I notice them too. I mean, all of y'all. Here's my problem. No.
The men are worse now.
No, the women are worse. This is a draw on the line. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, like, I've had so many women and men describe to me everything that we're talking about. And it's like, okay, so then if somebody was to describe it, it's like, so they go somewhere that somebody talks to them, shrinks or whatever, the friends. And they're like, yeah, this guy was saying this, and this girl was saying that, and this shrink said that, and I should, I think this, and it's like it gets to a point where they say to themselves, I'm stupid. Because I hear these explanations, and I'm like thinking how I would think, and it's like, okay, so at this point you should be like, no, I was wrong. I should do this XYZ differently. What I'm saying is wrong. What I'm doing is wrong. I would think of that. But these people, when they get to that position of being like, I'm wrong, I should be rethinking this, I should get out of my ego, those people don't do that. They double down. They double down. Ego, yeah. They double down on the ego. Yes. They don't sit back and reflect. They sit back and say, I'm right.
They lean into that shit.
They double down.
On the ego.
Yes.
Yep.
And when I see that from somebody who I might say I love, it's very sad. And then you get into this scenario where you're trying to, you see how they got 90% there. And you're like, if she or he could figure out this 10%, they could cross the bridge with me.
Yeah.
All we got to do is fix this little 10%. We see how they figured 90 out of it. Yeah, they doubled down.
They just can't
They
fucking
doubled.
do it.
Here's what I'm saying. They got to level 9 of 10, and they jumped into lava.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Mario. They got to level 9 of 10, they jumped into lava. And I'm like, hold on. If you just like make this move over here and go there or there, you'll make it over the lava. And they sit there and they stand on their lava and die every time.
No, wait.
And
you know,
and they continue to jump. No matter how much you tell them, they jump in the lava.
No, you know what? That fucking, you know when you're playing fucking Mario and you get to you're going through all them fucking levels, right? You're getting up to that 90%, okay? You're at that 90%, you enter the fucking castle to battle Bowser. The final boss. The final boss
I win every
is
time.
your fucking ego. And they bow out and fucking die instead of fighting them and winning.
Right.
Yeah.
They're only worried about themselves.
Beating Bowser is that final 10%, if you want to use a Mario analogy.
And that's what I'm saying when we get into these.
Like, they just put in all that work to do all that effort through all them levels, and they get to the fucking finish line, almost at the finish line. Fuck it.
So would you? Here's what I will say.
Let's turn back and start over.
Hold on. This is how weird.
On repeat.
Hold on. This is how weird we are. Hold on. Can I hit that real quick? I'm gonna put some chemicals in my lung.
We should have realized the beer situation about 10 minutes ago.
We can order some.
They stopped selling at midnight.
That's fine. We need to go to sleep.
Monday.
Here's the funny part to what you just said. And everyone watching needs to listen to this. You already said the people who are able to reflect on their ego and actually step back, the normal, in our world, normal, is 200,000 out of 8 billion.
Being generous, yeah.
They're being normal, authentic.
Not normal.
Authentic.
Yeah, authenticity.
Out of 8 billion, 200K.
Authentic and aware. That's a key point. You gotta be aware.
And we just drew the prerogative of level 9 to 10.
Yeah.
Being able to say fuck you to the ego. I'm willing to bet almost everything that the difference between that 200,000 that beats that fucking level versus the people who don't is almost 700 billion, 920 or 200 million other people, or 900. I'm just saying the difference between most people, the difference between being able to eat that ego and face it versus those who don't, that's the crossing point. You know what I'm saying? There's some people who really act authentic and really act straight towards you. A ton, 98%. 99% of people act, well, 90%. How about that? Well, 70.
You're talking about the percent of people that act authentically?
But are not.
I mean, 100% act authentic. Act fucking authentic.
But there's some other people who do XYZ, or no, they do XY. They don't do Z.
They don't make it to the Z.
That's what I mean. Wait.
No, wait. They get to the Y and they double the fuck down on
the
it.
Y, yes. So that's what I mean. There's another little percentage in there who acts authentic. They do the X and the Y, but they don't do the Z.
The
They
people that-
don't ever beat the final boss. There's a lot of people who do that.
The people that make it to the fucking Z are the 200,000 or less.
But now there's a discrepancy. Well, I'll be fair to every girl I've had relations with and every man that I've shared sentences with. There's a lot of people. It's not 100% of the others. When we say 200,000 to 8 billion, there's probably 6 billion or 4 billion of those people. There's probably 4 billion of those 7 billion or 8 billion. There's probably 4 billion people who are good. But they get to level 9.
So you're saying 50% of people are good? If you're saying 4 billion to 8 billion?
Are they all authentic? I'm saying there's a lot of people. There's some people who trick me. There's a lot of people who have got to level 9 that are really good. There's a lot of people who failed at level 4 and 5. There's a ton of those fucking whores out there, and sluts, and tattooed princesses, and fucking, Jason Aldean wannabes, Root 91 festivals. There's plenty of those.
Those motherfuckers didn't make it past X.
They're a dime a dozen for a reason. They're a dime a dozen for a reason.
Yep.
What I'm saying, there's a lot of those. So we'll say 7 or 6 billion. How about that? We'll take 6 because it's a majority. 6 billion are out. There's 4 billion, or wait, 8 billion. So there's 2 billion left. We're saying 200,000 of 2 billion.
Max.
Which is 0.01, I'm pretty sure. Are at least past the fucking slut whores and the fucking TikTokers and the big titty black chicks who only want to suck a dick and want $150 to do it. I'm just saying, they're past them.
Yeah.
We get to this other level, and there's still...
And it drops like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Just because you act good and you are good and you look good and you make some good decisions don't mean you're 100%. You're not a 1%er. Very interesting way they phrase that in the motorcycle community. Because we're less than a 1%er.
Yeah.
The good people of the world is less than 1%.
I already knew that.
1% of 8 billion, I believe, is 8 million. Your phone.
It's not 8 million, it's 80 million. 1% of 8 billion is 80 million. So we were both wrong.
So how about this? Out of the 80 million people who could potentially be good people in the world.
The XYers. We'll call them the XYers.
No. The XYZs. The XYers are the other 4 billion. They're all trying, but they ain't all the way.
Well, no, because we're like all the fucking... No. Jason Aldean wannabes, all them.
Where's the beer at?
They're the X's, right? And then the people that are good, the 80 million.
You might want to pull those out. They're
frozen. They're fine. Anyway, so yeah, the sluts, the fucking Jason Aldean wannabes, the fucking that act
pull those out, bro. They're frozen.
No, that act authentic, but they're not. That's the X. But then you got the 1% of the 8 billion, which is 80 million. So 80 million have made it to XY. They're the XYers. That's why I said that.
Who makes it to Z?
And then the XYZ is the 0.0025 fucking percent.
You think 200,000 people out of 8 billion is the only ones making it to Z?
That's max. That's being generous. It's probably less than that.
I was trying to say we were wrong because that's what the Zers do.
I mean, we could be wrong.
Hold on, that's what I'm saying.
This is all speculation.
What I'm saying is like the Z people, they are able to see like I could be all vocal about mine, but still consider yours. That's what I think that's the capability of the Z people. They're not taking an offense to somebody getting passionate.
The Z people are the people that have conquered the ego and can look outside themselves.
Right.
And that ain't a lot of people. Ain't a lot of people, dude.
Authentically. Not FaceTime.
That's what I'm saying.
Not going to
200,000
Facebook.
max. 144 for sure. I'm being 200,000 to be fucking generous. Just cuz. There might be more, but I mean 200,000 max people that have conquered, that have made it to Z, beat the final boss, which is the ego, and can look outside themselves and see all fucking points of view and like, you know, live, laugh, love, whatever.
How am I supposed to get married with these stipulations? I ain't gonna find no chick with some big titties who thinks like this. Ever. What are you supposed to do? Be single forever now? You're trying to find 200,000 out of 8 billion.
Okay, so
Did you hear this? I was trying to allow myself to become...
No, hang on. So another part of beating the Z isn't just the ego, it's also self-love and being content with your fucking self. And when you reach that level, if you believe in God and all that, you will get your person after that. After you've conquered that, you have to be content with yourself and not needing or wanting anybody else to complete you, fulfill you, validate you. You got to get over all that bullshit and give it to yourself.
I feel like at that point, you are basically saying that your husband or your wife will meet you on the other side because you are going to die alone in today's society.
In today's society, it's definitely a possibility.
You're going to die alone. You might as well keep that imagination in your head because shit ain't going to fucking happen in reality.
I mean, you could get
for me or you, and I'm going to cry about it.
Hang on.
I turned down a billionaire.
No, hang on.
Literally.
Shut up. Hang on. You could get lucky if you're an XYZer and meet an XY and you take them to the next level to get to the Z and they go with you instead of fucking bowing out and being a little bitch. So there's that possibility as well. To find, you know, out of 80 million, find one out of the 80 million to get to the fucking 0.0025%.
Exactly. We're fucked.
But you're the one, you'll be sent into their lives to get them to the Z. The one that awakens them.
Do you know how many fucking level 9ers I gotta go through to find that? You only have so many time or so much time on Earth.
That's the problem. You don't. Yeah. You don't find them. You don't find them.
So you just die alone and fuck it. You'll figure them in the next life.
God gifts them to you.
Oh, they gift me to her on my birthday. It was so beautiful. I already fell for this. Billionaire landed in my lap on my birthday. Literally happened on my birthday. And I thought that meant something.
And maybe she was a karmic lesson and test. Those happen a lot to the 0.0025%ers. You get a lot of tests, a lot of karmics, a lot of them. All my fucking relationships have been karmics besides maybe one or two. And I'm fucking pushing mid-30s. So, which chosens also, which we're just going to call the 0.0025% the chosens because they are. You get love later, like real love later in life.
How later, motherfucker? I'm 38, almost.
You're getting close. It usually happens 40 plus is when the one comes in.
So 40 to 45. She's coming. You're telling me she's coming.
It could be from now until...
Well, I'm pretty. I'm pretty. I'm 38, almost 8 years old.
That's because your birthday is on 21, which is 3, and 3 people hold their looks. They always look younger than they are, forever.
Well, I'm just saying.
Look at fucking Tom Cruise. He was born on the 3rd. Does he look like he was born in 62? No, he fucking doesn't. Because he was born on the 3rd. You weren't born on the 3rd, but 21... 2 plus 1 is 3. So you get that feature from that number. Dude, numerology and astrology go together, and it is literally your answers to yourself, to your fucking purpose, to where your abundance is, to who you should, I mean, everything, all the answers. If you want to fucking know yourself, find out about yourself.
The camera's right there.
Everything, look at your fucking
look at 'em.
numerology and astrology. That's where the answers are.
You sound like Danica Patrick, to be honest with you. You mentioned...
I doubt that.
You mentioned, she's all about moons and everything. She's actually very... I mean, my penis gets hard when I hear her talk, but then I see her face and her body.
She's probably...
She's very skinny. I can't get off to her.
I mean, she's...
no, let me tell you.
She's built like an athlete, so
right.
It's kind of manly.
If Danica was to get in a relationship with me next week, say Danica Patrick messaged me and said, hey, I think you're kind of cute.
Awakening.
Hold on. If Danica Patrick messaged me and said, hey, I think you're kind of cute, I mean, I would respond as Danica Patrick, you know, and then I would probably fuck her or whatever, you know, if she wanted. But...
to validate your ego?
No, you know, halfway. No, but at the end of the day, I would not feel satisfied being with Danica Patrick. I would feel like I'm letting my ego down by being with Danica. But
you would be with her out of ego. That's the only reason you would be with her.
100%. I ain't gonna deny it.
Yeah.
Hey, hands up, don't shoot. I'm just saying, no, yeah. I would only be with her to be like, hey, the Chaz fucked Danica for like 3 months and he got some clout off of it. I couldn't have fucked that bitch. She's got smaller titties than me. What are you talking about? Am I supposed to fuck somebody with smaller titties than me? I hope not.
I mean, everyone has their own preference, and I mean, even as a girl, she ain't mine. I wouldn't get with her.
I mean,
not saying she looks bad or she's ugly or there's anything wrong with her. I'm not saying that at all, but not my cup of tea. I don't like that body type on women. I think it's masculine. It doesn't look feminine.
Do you think if she gave me 2 or 3 weeks of her sauce that she could change my mind as a man? Like, do you think I could, like, even though I'm sitting here saying...
If she snatched you...
No. All I'm saying is, like, Danica, your body is ugly to me right now. Right. But if Danica actually snatched me up and took you into her world...
You're going for it.
Oh, yeah! We're the man! We just take it! That's what you're saying. We take it.
Yeah.
So you're saying Danica could change me from the chubby chaser I'm after to the skinny opulence?
Money changes everybody.
No, it ain't money. First of all, I could have told all the money in the world I love you forever, and I turned it down. But...
not in the same way it would be with Danica, though. If she snatched you up and took you into her world and fucking paid for your way of living, going to the races, you're done, though.
I honestly, no.
At least for a few years, and then you would probably get tired of it and be like, yeah, I'm gone.
No, I can honestly sit here and say to you, no. Because the girl I turned down and turned away has potential. I could almost say she had her lineage has more money than Danica Patrick. Yeah. Yeah, she has more money than Danica.
I mean...
you could call me a dumbass at this point for turning it down.
I mean, I was gonna say, especially as a woman, a feminine, it's really stupid to not go after the money.
Right.
And I should. Like, everyone, even fucking Kelly... you're a woman. You need to go after men with fucking money. Just go after the money. Go after the money. If he treats you like shit, divorce him. Take half his shit. That's more money for you. But I can't do it. I mean, I've had wealthy motherfuckers chase me for years. Right. And if it ain't there, if I don't like your fucking character, I'm gonna check your soul. If I don't like that, I'm out. I don't care what you got.
Why do you think we're so stupid?
I don't care what you got.
Hold on, most people call that stupid.
It is. It's stupid. In society, it's stupid.
Hold on. The 700, 900 million fucking billion people think it's stupid. We're in the 200,000%. That's what I'm saying. The way we think is so small.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
no, it
the way
seriously
we
is.
think
Yeah.
is in the minority.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when
Majority would be like, you're fucking stupid, bitch.
when I tell people what I went through,
I mean,
and to turn it down,
they
they don't make no sense to them.
No. I mean, I could have had
it's intelligence.
I could have had
intelligent minds don't accept that.
I could have had a dude pay for my life, basically. Pay for my whole life, pay my whole way, travel, do whatever the fuck I want, have whatever the fuck I want, cars, this, that, with no penny out of my pocket, didn't need to work, nothing. But I wasn't feeling it. So I like, no, I don't care. I can't be bought. I should be able to be bought. Most women can be bought. But that ain't me, man. If I don't authentically like you, I don't care what you got. Right. I don't care what the fuck you got if it ain't there.
Well, and you would think it would be almost the other way around. Like me living on the road in the car. If some fucking chick came along with big fucking titties and all the money in the world and said, just be my fucking bitch. Which is basically what you're talking about. Yeah. You're talking about how people treat you when they have that power. It's about how people treat you. Oh, shit. Do they treat you like a person or do they treat you like a fucking item?
Treat you like an object.
An object, yes.
To play with.
Right.
When they want to.
Right. Yeah.
Especially people people with money.
And you're supposed to sit back and let them do whatever they want with you, and if you speak back, you're the problem.
And they are just fucking flabbergasted when their money isn't enough to make you shut up. Yeah. They are just fucking what?
What? Yeah. How could you
Money ain't enough over here, bro. Deuces.
Well, see, you're dealing with the female perspective. Imagine dealing with the male perspective. Where no, I ain't just got the money. I don't just have the money. I have the titties, I have the face, I have the pussy. And I'm still not enough. Think about that. That's another level of arrogance.
Are you talking about her side?
Yeah, maybe. I got the money, the pussy, the titties, the face. And you're still saying it ain't enough. You ungrateful piece of shit, white trash motherfucker.
That's
in your fucking car.
That's just another level of
narcissism.
No, like I'm saying, like you rejecting, like instead of a woman rejecting a man with money, but a man with nothing rejecting a woman with nothing.
Right.
That's a huge fucking shot.
That's what I'm saying. That's next level,
huge
right? That's
shot
next
to
level.
the ego.
Yeah, huge shot to the ego.
Like, yeah, I'm going to hit his ego, but roles reversed, it's going to hit her even worse. Because I ain't just got money, I got all this too, which already usually all this is enough with no money.
Right.
For men.
That's what I mean, yeah.
But add money on top and still say no, that's just like, damn.
What the fuck did I do
like,
wrong?
Who are you? Who the fuck do you think you are? Yeah.
Right.
Yup. Hell yeah.
What do you mean, hell yeah? What do you mean, hell yeah? I'm crying every night over this. It's hard to say it as a man. I deserve better. But you still experience the same, like the woman experience of a man letting her down versus the man experience I have of a woman letting me down. Is almost emulational. It's like the same thing, but the values are not the same. The values for the woman is the money, the man with the money. The values of the male is the woman with the pussy, and I turn both down.
Yeah. It makes it worse for her.
Now, am I the narcissist because I double down on saying that's wrong? That's the psycho ego, right? That's
Of saying what's wrong.
The general treatment. The general...
You're a narcissist because you told her no when she has all that?
No, well, in her mind, probably. But no, I'm saying we're experiencing situations where we see things that are wrong. Life. We're having life that we're like, this isn't right. I'm not being treated equally.
I mean, we live...
I'm not being treated fairly here. It doesn't matter. The money, the looks, the pussy goes out the window. It's about the experience of life that is valuable.
But I'm just saying, like, we live in a fucking society where looks and money is top tier.
And it don't matter to me.
And
that's why we're weird.
And to the less than 1%ers, the XYZers, whatever the fuck you want to call them, looks and money don't mean shit. I saw this fucking, it was a meme, or maybe someone wrote it, I don't know, on Facebook or whatever, but it said, I'm going to check your soul before I check your pockets, because what I want can't be bought. That fucking sums it up for me, man. Pretty fucking much. And for all the less than 1%ers.
Oh, but for a woman, that seems easy. For a man, that seems hard.
I mean, for either or, it's seen as you're fucking stupid. Go where the money's at. Go where the looks are at. Like, for the man, go for the looks. For the woman, go for the money. So if you don't care about either, you're just fucking stupid.
So that's what I am.
Yeah, you're fucking stupid. And I'm fucking stupid.
We're the weird ones.
Yeah. Yep, the black sheep.
They used to have mental institutions for us.
No, that's a different level of crazy. That's Rhonda crazy.
This is Tom Cruise crazy.
Schizophrenia and stuff like that. That's the psych wards.
Where are we at?
In the shadows. Or the shadow people.
Okay.
Not the psych ward, but the shadows. The people that walk in the fucking... I mean, most people walk in the shadows and they have fear. We embrace that shit.
Right.
Like, we're in it. We are the fucking shadow. And we're going to bring it out of you, too, being around us.
Right.
The shadow side is mainly based on ego. So people that have a lot of ego, that gets around someone like us, just being in our presence is going to trigger them. And make them act out and do crazy fucking shit.
Our representation attacks their...
Our authenticity triggers the fuck out of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Triggers the fuck out of them. They hate us for just standing there and being us. They hate us.
Right.
It's true. It's facts. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
No,
it's facts.
True. It's like it's like this underlining aggression.
Underlying tension.
Yeah. Because they know, wait, this motherfucker isn't faking it. And I've been living my entire life. My credibility, all my lifestyle, all my everything is based on a projection.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker...
Conditioning
and this motherfucker don't have... And they live in a world where most of it's projection-based. I've been winning in the projection world. This motherfucker is anti-projection.
It's conditioning, too. Conditioning plays a big role.
Well, I know, but most are conditioned. They're winning in the conditioning.
I mean, we were conditioned, too.
Well, I know.
Heavily.
I know.
But we... The XYZers.
Right.
You stare the fucking conditioning and the projection and all that other bullshit in the face, and you knock it the fuck out. You knock it the fuck out.
Stone Cold Stunning!
And you cross over and keep fucking going in your authenticity. And the XYers... And especially the X's.
No, now you know.
They hate that shit.
I'm glad I used this analogy. Now you are able to break it down to levels.
They hate that shit. They hate it.
Yeah.
They fucking hate it. But it's really They don't hate us. They hate
themselves. Themselves.
Cause we.
That's why they kill themselves.
Cause when an X or an XY gets in front of an XYZ, we are going to hold up a mirror to them and show them them. Right. And they think they're looking at us and hating us. They're really hating their fucking selves. And they can't. Most people, they don't make it past noticing that, figuring that out.
They got the barrier. They got the barrier.
It's the matrix barrier.
Yeah.
And most people aren't meant to cross over and see that. And the people that are in that 200,000 number.
Yeah.
The people that do it. The other people that don't, they have more reincarnations to get to that level. They're nowhere near that level yet.
Yeah, they're the Cardi B's.
Yeah.
The celebrities. They're completely sold.
Where everything is fucking money, looks, materialism, ego, all that bullshit.
But then there's the outskaters of the outskaters of the outskaters who get to some levels, but then we're all down here because it's the majority anyway.
They're just not ready yet.
I have one more beer left.
I guess I do too.
Is there 2 left?
Yeah.
I have one more. I have to, because there's 1, 2, 3. I had 3 more left.
And you had 2 in the car, which is 5, so that would be 6.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So is there another one missing?
No, I just went through mine quicker than I just started taking them down.
And this one is frozen, and it's about to boil over.
I have to go to the bathroom.
I do too. Pop and squat, bitch.
I'm going in there.